I am here in the beautiful forest in Lorch in Germany, which is in southern Germany. And I've been taking these super long daily walks through the forest, and I always spot mushrooms on my walks. But today I decided to really slow down and look around like in more detail. I have seen so many kinds of mushrooms. It's crazy. If you just take a pause and look around, your eyes will like adjust all of a sudden and you're like, oh my gosh, there's a mushroom, there's a mushroom, there's a mushroom. And I'm going to show you all the mushrooms I found. And then I'm going to go look in a mushroom guidebook and see if I can identify them. Now, I've already tried identifying them once before and I couldn't find a single mushroom that I found in the book. I would not want to be lost in the forest. I would probably pick all the toxic ones because I'm really bad at identifying them. Let's go mushroom hunting. I've already seen several of these kind that grow on the logs. Oh my gosh, look, there's a mushroom right there. I'm telling you, they're just appearing everywhere. It's crazy. I love these. They're almost like a rosy mauve colored one. I think they're so pretty. Then there's these look like button mushrooms that you get at the grocery store. Oh, look, here's these weird brown, okay. I've already walked by this area once and I totally missed these. Look at that, look how well they camouflage into the brown. Oop. There's another one, look how well that matches the leaves. Oh, and look at this one. Look, this one is more of a greeny, well, you can't tell on the camera, but it's more of like a green hue, and it's right up next to that moss. I like the way those kind of curl up, that's really pretty. And then when they get water in them, it's like a little cup. That is disgusting. Ew. So that's part of the mushroom. Oh my gosh. It looks like gelatinous and foamy. There's these, they're kind of like a mellow orange color. Look how nice and deep that orange that stem is. Oh, there's more right here. You guys, I'm telling you, this is like the funnest, it's like a game of I Spy. I'm like just looking and finding. Here's these kind of purple ones. That one's bigger. Oh, look how pretty that is. My uncle claims they don't have ticks in the winter, so I'm hoping he's right because I keep going off trail into the woods. Oh my gosh. Okay, now this is my favorite one. That is so pretty. I just love finding those. There's some more hiding in the plants, these little white ones. Okay, these I totally missed on my way over. Look, they look like when you toast a marshmallow on a campfire. And then look at that one back there. Oh, you know what? This might be the same kind. Yeah, I think that's the same kind as these ones. These ones, which actually have a really pretty shape. They look like a walnut. That's very cool. Pretty big too. Here's my hand. See, I feel like these are the kind of generic ones where it looks like a whitish, grayish, beigeish mushroom. It's about 2 milliseconds since the last one I just found, and here's some new ones. Look at that. That one has white on the edges. That one's totally brown. Sometimes they all start to look the same, so I don't know if I've recorded these yet, but sometimes they like flip up and become a little cup, or they just stay smooth like that. Here's some more brown ones. Look at that. And then look at this one, is so long. It's got 3 stems, so it's like multiple together. Look at these ones. These are weird. They like a type of mushroom, or are they like a torn up mushroom? I have no clue. We'll look these up in the book too. Look how pretty and green that is. And then you have white ones. Look at these yellow ones. I haven't seen these yet. And here, this one is very pretty too. Those mushrooms I was just filming, I kept seeing movement in the leaves. And I don't know, I thought it was like flies or something, and then I just realized that it's like spiders crawling all around the leaves, so I hopped out of there really fast. These are interesting. I've seen a few of these already. I would have never noticed them before, except I saw them in the guidebook. So now I realize these are a mushroom. They're actually kind of disgusting. If you have trypophobia, don't look at these mushrooms. Here's some plain white ones, but they do have kind of a, I don't know, they have a different look than the other white ones. So we'll see if we can identify those. Purple one. There's one next to it. And then over here, I saw this kind that grow off of it. This is very beautiful. Look at that. Okay, I see more spiders. Okay, that is my cue to leave. I would never want to camp in this forest now that I realize how many spiders are crawling around in the leaves. They're everywhere. It's kind of disturbing that I never noticed that before. One thing I love about the forest here is how many kinds of plants and trees they have. And especially, I love the look of these ferns. I mean, these ones are dead looking, but there are some fresh green ones scattered throughout. And I'm sure in the spring and stuff, I'm sure it's all green, but it's just so beautiful. I don't think I've ever been through a forest in Germany that I don't like. I am going down a new path right now to see if I can find some other types of mushrooms down here. The generic kind, but look how big that is. Look how tiny, smaller than my fingernail. That's pretty hard to be smaller than since I bite them. But look at that little mushroom. Okay, now this is very cool. This is what I'm talking about. These weird stumps that grow. Oh my gosh, I see spiders everywhere. These like weird things that grow on the tree stumps. They look like foam, but it's actually mushrooms. Another thing you see a lot when you're going through the forest is they have these hunting forts to, I guess, I don't know, what do they look for, pigs here? Look, it's really fuzzy looking. That's weird. I haven't noticed these kind yet. I'm retracing the steps I took here, and yet I'm still finding new mushrooms. Look at this one. It's very, like, look at how thick that stem is. That is cool. Oh, and then look, right behind it, you have these little brown ones. Here is... it's kind of brownish orange. Oh, look at that stem. How pretty. It looks like a carrot stick. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Look at that. It looks like coral. That is so cool. And then look at these kind of trumpet shaped ones. But that is cool. I'm telling you, if you just stop and look around, it's like, wow. I never knew so many kinds of mushrooms existed. Now look at this kind. Brownish yellow. It has more of a yellow-green hue to it than it's showing on the camera. And look at that. It's a very dark brown one. Oh, yes. Now this. I just love these kinds. It smells like mushrooms out here. You know when a mushroom smells like a fish? Wow, now look at these. They're growing in this tree stump. They're very pretty orange color. Orangey brown color. Look at that. I like these little kind of open areas because usually this is the kind of place where you just start looking around and realizing there's mushrooms everywhere. See this little clearing here that I hopped into? I came here earlier because of this. Oh, also look at these ones. See, a little cup. But look at these ones, how nice is that also on this log right by them is some ugly mushroom. But look at these. Look how pretty. Of course they are poisonous. At least I know this one is. One of the mushrooms I know. I have no clue what I just stumbled across. I don't know if this is some weird thing of sap or if it's like a foul looking mushroom, but there's these gross, oh my gosh, that beetle has bright blue legs. Okay, this is crazy. Anyways, this thing is disgusting and these beetles like it apparently because they're crawling all over it. Look at that. It looks like a giant oyster shell thing, clam shell. Look at that growing off the stump. Wow, I should just keep the camera rolling because every 2 seconds I'm like, oh, because they're just popping up everywhere and I get really excited when I find them. I keep finding new ones, even though I've already been on this trail. I keep finding new ones. One type of mushroom that I really want to find is this green one. And I've seen several colored ones in the book, but the green one looks very cool, and I really want to find that. I don't know if I'll find it out here, though. This one is just sick looking. If I had to guess, I would think it's toxic because it's so gross. It looks like the powder on the outside of the honey mustard Snyder pretzels. And I'd be surprised though because some really disgusting looking ones were actually edible. So we'll look for this one in the book and find out. This might be kind of a mini version of that one we just saw. Or maybe not, because look how pretty and red that stem is. You can see little red peeking through that, but it has that weird Snyder's honey mustard powder bottom on the underside. So maybe they are related. Maybe that's just what it looks like when it's young. A little bit generic, but very beautiful. I love how smooth that is. I just spotted under this pine tree another one of those gross looking ones. Although he doesn't quite look exactly the same. His underside is more like a solid foam, kind of like when you spray insulation foam and then it hardens like that. That's what it looks like. And it has a nice yellowy stem. Okay, there is another one of those unidentifiable, or maybe it's a mushroom on its side. It's huge and brown. I wonder if I can get, I'm not really sure what that is. Kind of looks like that other gross thing that the beetles were crawling on earlier. We're in another one of those little clearings, and look at this. All along this tree stump. Look how pretty that is. That's gross. Again, trypophobia people, don't look. I can hardly look myself. Okay, that is really gross. And over here, on this one, look at that. This whole thing is covered in these kind that stick up. And these kind, oh, look, brown ones too. Very cool. Many mushrooms on this. Oh, and we have these kind. It's like, looks like 3 different types are on here. Wow. These ones look like they would be very unenjoyable. The stem looks very woody. It just looks like crumbly dirt. Very big though. You can see the big size. There's a little one down there. It's actually more of a pretty soft, I don't know, citrusy, yellowy, pale butter color. And there's one right there. Oh, there's a spider, look. I'm not sure, oh god, there's a spider. I'm not sure if we've seen this kind before. Look how peaceful it is. There's another pig fort thingy. Pig ladder, whatever that is. Look, the spider. I just saw another one crawl under that leaf. They're everywhere. I don't know that I've gotten these yellow ones. These might be a first. Look how it's kind of an ugly underside. These ones are definitely going to be hard for me to figure out. Oh, and here they are in brown. I think that is the same thing as that. I'm leaving the forest right now, so that concludes our Vonderweg portion, and now we're gonna go try to identify them. Just kidding. I know I said our Vonderweg was over, but I found this new trail and I want to look for mushrooms on it before we begin the identification process. Wow, I almost missed this because it's, I don't know if it, oh shit, oh god, go back together. I wasn't sure if it was a fallen mushroom or if these like grow in the grass, but there's another one right there. Anyways, that's weird. We've definitely already seen these ones, but look, oh my gosh, the spider. But look, when it's knocked over, look how pretty that stem is. This one has like a violet hue to it. Wow, that one is very pretty. Could be like this, it's the same shape, but it's different color. Now these ones I like, because look at that shape. It's not a typical kind of like button and top. They're like a bell almost. Oh look, there's one that's open. There you can see inside of it. Look at that. Isn't that cool? These might be some kind of mushroom too. Yeah, it looks like a weird bark. It's growing out of the ground. Oh, that beetle scared me. Okay, there's more of this coral looking stuff. So this is growing here, and then look, it extends all the way down there. It's like a mushroom colony. Whoa, okay, we might have already seen these, but look at that, they're spotted. Oh, that's flat to the log. I think that might be another kind of mushroom growing on it. Look at this. And it's, oh my gosh. Okay, that is really gross looking. But you can't tell in this video, but the stems are actually very much more of a 70s mustard yellow color. They look not quite as vibrant in this video, but they're very bright. And then look, we have a second kind growing right there. Oh, and look at this. I haven't seen that yet. It looks like seaweed. These yellow, oh, there's a slug on that one. Cool. Okay, so these are kind of like the bell-shaped ones too, except they're yellow and they're tiny. Look how pretty these are. They're very yellow with an orangish top. Now these, look at that. They're growing together in a group. That's what the underside looks like. They almost look like brown sand dollars. I came down here because look how pretty and perfect looking that one is. It's like a little, you know, you could put a Smurf under there. That's what they look like in a darker, like, variety. There's that one, and then look, they're all dark here. So here's these thick brown ones. They're very smooth. And there's another one, look, they blend in so well with the leaves. And then over here on this tree stump, there's a little colony of those brown ones. Then you have this fuzzy kind on a rock. Look at this one. There's my hand for comparison. You can see it's bigger than my hand. Here's a new one that I haven't seen yet. There's the stem way down there. Isn't that cool? Look how tiny these ones are. That's what the underside looks like. Here's one. You can see they're just dotted amongst the leaves. They're super tiny. Here you can see all along the side of this tree, fallen tree, these mushrooms are growing out of it. It's like an ombre mushroom. Here we have several kinds of mushrooms. We have these purple kind, this, oh, it looks like carpet that would be in an apartment from 1970. Lavender, and then look at these huge fleagate pelts. Wow. These the other day. I think these are the kind that kind of grow out of the ground. They don't have much of a stem to them. Sometimes I find the fleagate pilsen next to, oh, there's a slug inside. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I find them next to it without, there's not really any white spots on this one. So maybe this is different than this kind. Dang, slug. He's like, yeah, I love poisonous food, yum. Now I've seen these orange ones, but look at, they get like black on them. Isn't that weird? Does that mean they're dying or? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Unfortunately, I can't tromp my way down there, but look on the side of this tree stump. They look like those Asian peanuts that you get at like swap meets. I've definitely seen these ones. I wonder if you can see that stem okay. Isn't that cool? Now this, you can see all these types of mushrooms growing on this tree stump, and it smells like that weird dirt mushroom fishy smell. That mushrooms smell like fish and dirt. Here is another, oh, look at that stem. Isn't that pretty? These are not the green ones that I wanted to find, but I think they're these orange ones and they've turned green. But look how pretty that is. Look, you can see the stem is still orange underneath. I got excited for a minute. I thought these were the cool green ones. I literally gasped. But they're not, but they still look cool. Some of those little yellow bell-shaped ones. And then up here, I'm pretty sure we've seen these, but look, they have a dark underside. Does that one too? Yeah. So they're kind of that beigey color, but they have a really dark underside. Look at these. They're like white kind of with a rusty top. And they're growing off this log. Look how pretty and green this area is. Okay, I'm excited about these ones because I did see these in the book. They're so unique that I should be able to easily identify them. And they're cool looking. Look at that under the tree. Oh, okay, it's too slippery for me to go up to, but look, oh my gosh. Look how big these mushrooms are, and they have that very yellow foamy underbottom and a brown top. And I wish I could get closer so you could see just how big they are. Look at these baby mushrooms. You can see my finger for size comparison. They're super tiny. Look, it's like a gray flower, huh? Doesn't it look like a gray tulip or something? And it's got fuzz growing at the bottom. Oh, here's another one that's really pretty too, the way it turns into that shape. Okay, this one is kind of the opposite of that one we saw under the tree, where it has a brownish top, but underneath it's not yellow, it's red. And look how big they are. Like, here's my hand. It's probably as long as my hand. Okay, this is crazy and disgusting. This entire log, I can't even look at it. Okay, I'm filming for you people, but I'm not looking. It's covered in mushrooms and it looks really gross. Again, trypophobia people, look away. This is either a moss or a mushroom. I'm not sure. I think we've already recorded these kind, but you can see it really up close. This is so cool. I've walked past here a lot of times, and this is the first time I've seen these kind of mushrooms come up. Wow. This is so cool. In Annalise's mushroom book, I saw these red mushrooms and I was like, oh man, I'll never see that. And I found so many types of mushrooms today. Like, look at that huge one. And I spotted these red ones. Oh my gosh, those are mushrooms back here too. Look at this. Look how big these are. This is probably bigger than my head. Look at that. Here's my shoe for comparison. Wowee. I was just walking through this really unkempt part of the trail, and then I looked down and there's all these mushrooms. Okay, I'm officially ending my Vonderweg this time. I've been out here for almost 2 hours. I've spent the last probably 4 days spending 2 to 2.5 hours out here in the forest looking for mushrooms. It's so fun. I feel like I'm on cloud 500 when I'm out here. Just nature, birds chirping, leaves falling, and it's a great way to be fully present and in the moment, because all you're focused on is finding mushrooms. You're just absorbing all the details around you. So I am officially hooked on mushroom hunting. Now, for real, we're gonna go identify them.